Hey guys, welcome back to some more reviews. I am Horrorboy45, aka Nate Murphy, the Explorer for here. Welcome back to some more reviews, and today we're reviewing Slither, which came out in 2006. The movie gets a 6.5 on IMDb. Now, Slither is a film that I actually really enjoy. I think it's an actual fun film, pretty good movie. It's a pretty wild ride, pretty fun movie. And I think it's just a very, very fun movie. Very, very fun flick. I mean, most people look at this film as a creature feature flick. It's not really a zombie movie, I get that. But it's close. I mean, you got these sort of slugs crawling on people's brains and turning them into zombies. It's close to it. But I know that they're not really flesh-eating zombies. It's more about slugs going in people's mouths and going into their brains and stuff. It's similar to zombies, though. Also, I know that I'm doing a review over here by the window. Hopefully it doesn't get too blurry because last time I did a review for, actually did a review for this movie. Did a review for Land of the Dead. And I did the review like 7 times or 6 times, something like that. And the review just was not going well. I messed up every time I did that review for that movie. So I'll review that movie, you know, like tomorrow or so, Saturday or Sunday. I'm gonna be reviewing probably one more movie later on tonight, like later on tonight, like probably around 8 or 9. I'll be reviewing another movie. But figure to talk about Slither real fast because it's a film that I actually really enjoy. It's pretty good in my opinion. I really enjoyed it. Written by James Gunn, and James Gunn also go on to direct other films such as. Hang on, guys, gotta wait for this to load real fast. He has directed films such as Guardians of the Galaxy, which I really enjoyed, Super, Slither, and a bunch of TV series, shorts. Yeah, didn't direct that much. Really a big fan of Guardian. I mean, I haven't seen Guardians of the Galaxy though, but it looks pretty cool. But surprised it didn't make more than that. A bunch of this is just shorts and TV series. But he did a good job making Slither. And it's sort of funny how he would make Slither, Super, and then Guardians of the Galaxy. It would just sort of, wild how that happened. But, Slither is a well-made movie. I think it has some really good acting in it, really good actors. I mean, you got Michael Rooker in the movie. Of course, Michael Rooker is from The Walking Dead, and of course, his famous role as Henry Portrait of the he played Henry in Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer. You also got the lead girl, I believe it was Elizabeth Banks, did a really good job in this movie. Great lead. You also have Nathan Fillion as Bill Party. Bill Party. Of course, Nathan Fillion. Nathan Fillion has also been in movies such. I think he was in that movie Castle, or not that movie, but that TV show Castle. Yeah, he was in Castle. He's also known for movies such as Guardians of the Galaxy, Serenity, and Slither. And he did a good job in this movie playing character Bill Party. Good job. And the movie is just well made. Is it perfect? No, but it's a fun time. I still think it's a fun time to watch this movie. It's an enjoyable film. A lot of fun watching it. It's one of those movies it's one of those horror movies that you just sit down and have a lot of fun with. And I know to put this in the category of zombies is sort of controversial. It's sort of. Most people consider it to be a creature feature flick because it is about slugs and stuff like that, alien slugs and stuff. But I mean, it's still similar because these people basically turn into zombies. And this is similar to another movie called Night of the Creeps, which I've seen, and I really do enjoy Night of the Creeps. I don't think it's a classic, but I think it's a pretty good movie. I know a lot of people said that Night of the Creeps is a classic and everything. I enjoyed the movie, but I don't think it was a classic or anything like that. But I still enjoyed Night of the Creeps. I would say I probably enjoyed this probably equal. I mean, both of the movies are really good. Of course, in this movie, you do have some really bad CGI. But honestly, besides that, I really don't have any other problems with the movie. You got some really great gore effects. The movie is very bloody, very gory, practical effects. You got some good actors in there. You got Michael Rooker, Nathan Fillion. I thought that Elizabeth Banks did a good job. You got some really good. You got some really good humor in the movie, and of course, Elizabeth Banks has also been known for her performances in The Hunger Games, the 40-year-old version, and the Lego Movie. And she did a really good job in this movie. She was actually a really good lead. She's beautiful. Did a great job acting wise. Really good lead. And it's pretty basic story. I mean, you got this small town, and it's pretty much way out in the middle of the country. And one day, Michael Rooker and the character, Elizabeth Banks' character, they're a couple, and Michael Rooker one day wants to have sex with her, but she says no. And one night he goes up to a bar, and you think he's going to go with this woman and go have sex with this random woman at the bar. But he ends up doing the right thing, ends up saying no, he can't do that, ends up walking away from it. And there's an asteroid that comes out of nowhere and it lands in the woods. And it's kind of similar to Night of the Creeps. I mean, in Night of the Creeps, the same thing happened. A meteorite came down, and these alien slugs. Look at that like this. They look just the same as well. These alien slugs come out of the meteorite in that movie. Same thing in this movie. It lands in the woods. So I guess you could say it kind of copied Night of the Creeps a little bit, but I still think it did. I still think it was a well-made movie. Even if it did copy, I still think it was well-made. And I still think it was a fairly different movie than Night of the Creeps. Night of the Creeps was more about young kids in college and the party and stuff like that. And all your dates here, bad news is they're dead. And Tom Atkins did a great job in that movie. But this is much more a different movie. It takes place out in the country. It's more about a small town being taken over by these alien slug things, which turn these people into zombies. And then this would turn them into mutant monster things. So it's definitely a cool idea. And that's pretty much what happens. Michael Rooker is the first one to get infected. He becomes sort of the host of these slugs. One of them goes into his chest. He starts acting weird, starts eating raw meat, buying raw meat from the store, and eating it just raw. Elizabeth Banks, I believe she works at a school, and even she's noticing what's going on. And one night, Michael Rooker invites the girl he's going to cheat on his wife with, but end up not cheating on her with that girl. But he calls her over to the house and pretty much impregnates her. I don't think it impregnates her, but I do think he puts slugs or something in her. And then pretty much it's a crazy idea where she sort of inflates with slugs, huge. And it's just a fun idea. And I do know that there was somebody involved in trauma who was involved in this movie. See, I think James Gunn was also involved in trauma. A lot of trauma stuff as well. I'm gonna see her because it popped up as one of his directing things was right here. It's Trauma's Edge TV. So I'm gonna see what he's been involved in as far as writing goes. He was involved in Tromeo and Juliet, the Tromaville Cafe, Trauma's Edge TV. So he's been involved in a lot of trauma stuff. So, and you can definitely tell it has sort of that classic trauma humor to it, which I used to hate trauma. I did rants in the past on trauma, but I watched Toxic Avenger and I found some entertainment out of it. I will say this though, I don't like parts 2 and 3 and 4, especially part 4 being as annoying and of a stupid sequel that part 4 was. By the way, guys, sorry about this, my phone over there, but I didn't like Trauma in the past, but then I watched Redneck Zombies and I had a lot of fun with that. I watched the first Toxic Avenger, I had a lot of fun with it. But I haven't seen Surfing Nazis yet. I haven't seen Killer Condom. Which I really don't want to see that movie because I've seen the commercial. I'm like, I'm good, bro. But I've also seen Poultry Guys, Not Chicken Dead. That's pretty good. But you can definitely tell that there's a little bit of that trauma humor put in here because you got a lot of gore in the movie. You got a lot of scenes that are just freaking crazy. You know, there's this one scene where there's this family living out in the middle of the country, and the slugs taking over the kids, the mom and the dad. The girl gets, chased out of there. And then they're pretty much Elizabeth Banks and the Nathan Fillion character, Bill, pick her up. Then she ends up joining that group of survivors, along with, I think, the mayor. Was it Don Thompson? It was Wally, I think. I don't know, maybe I think it was Don Thompson. Yeah, I think he played the mayor or something, and he's also in there. He's pretty much a jerk. And it's pretty much about this small country town being taken over by these slugs at first. Then the slugs turn these people into zombies. They sort of go into their mouth and eat their way up to the brain. Turning people into zombies, these people start spreading these slugs around. And then the zombies, they're around spreading the slugs everywhere. And then you've also got some of them turn into mutants and monsters. And you got Michael Rooker by the end of the movie being a practical, just deformed creature thing. And that's pretty much the basic, plot. I mean, it's a very basic and straightforward movie. I mean, the slugs arrive, slugs create zombies, the zombies turn sort of into mutant things, and then they end up going back to the house. Elizabeth Banks, Nathan Fillion, and I think the mayor ends up getting turned into a zombie. And also the daughter of the family that was, all taken over by slugs. They go back to the house, and they basically fight Michael Rooker's character. And, you feel a little bit of sympathy for the character because, there's still a little bit of Michael Rooker there, but it's taken over by this creature. And Michael Rooker did a great job in this movie. I'd definitely say he's my favorite character in the movie. Even though I did think that Nathan Fillion and Elizabeth Banks, I would say either Nathan Fillion or I don't know. I really enjoyed the Bill, the Elizabeth Banks character, and also enjoyed the Michael Rooker character. So I can honestly say they all three did a good job. Now that I think about it, they all three did a good job. And they go back to the house. A good practical fight between them, and you got the Bill character getting messed up, and he's fighting this creature thing. This creature thing has tentacles coming out of it and hitting people across rooms and stuff. They end up fighting it, and then the Elizabeth Banks character ends up, seducing it a little bit and ends up getting killed. And pretty much they walk out of there. There's no sequel. I don't remember there being a sequel bait ending. No sequel bait ending. They just walk out of there. End of the movie. And pretty much when they kill the Michael Rooker character, I forgot his name for a second. When they kill the Michael Rooker character, pretty much all the rest of the zombies die, and they walk out of there. The movie ends with that decent piece of music, and that's it. That's pretty much the end of the movie. And it's a very straightforward movie. What I like about the movie is that it has great humor to it, great lines. I think it's a very fun movie to watch. It's one of those horror movies I'll take too seriously. And yes, it is extremely similar to Night of the Creeps. As far as the whole alien slug go, that's extremely similar. Even the look of the slugs. And also, by the way, really cool cover art there. Love that cover art. But even the look of the slugs, totally off of Night of the Creeps. And I really enjoyed that scene where she's in the bathtub and this thing tries to get in her mouth, and she sort of sees this alien planet. This character right here, she sort of sees this alien planet and stuff like that. Really, really cool idea. Really, really neat and just fun ideas to the movie. And it's got a really, really good humor to it, and it's got a really good pace to it. It's a very, very fast-paced movie. It's only an hour and 35 minutes long. It's a very fast-paced movie, and it's very gory. It's very wicked. It's a very fun time. I mean, I really enjoyed it. And this might be a little bit more of a shorter review. Well, kind of a shorter review. Once again, guys, I apologize for that awkward cut. The freaking camera, every time I close it, it turns off. I keep forgetting that I can't just I don't know why I can't just minimize the page on the camera, because every time I do it turns off. But anyways, like I was saying, it's a very fun movie. I really enjoyed it. I definitely think it's a fun time. And yeah, I know calling it a zombie movie, it's just like, what? It's not really a zombie movie, but these slugs do turn these people into zombies. So I figure I put it in the Week of the Dead. I would say this one's a little bit more leaning towards zombies than the crazies. The crazies is just a virus making people kill people. This at least turns these people into zombies. But yeah, I mean, it's very similar to Night of the Creeps, very similar. But I think at the same time, it sort of does its own thing. It's definitely a similar idea, very similar, but yet it does different things as well. So yeah, I mean, that's my review on Slither. I just figured I'd add this in there because I didn't end the video yet. But yeah, that's my review on Slither. I really enjoyed it. Fun time, and it's definitely a good movie. I really enjoyed it. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching my review on Slither. And thanks for watching episode 8 of the Week of the Dead. And I'll see you guys on the next review. Bye, guys.